Welcome back, everyone, to the 19th hole at Harlekin, the show where we continue long after the final putt. Today's guest raced down mountains at over 140 kilometers per hour. World Cup winner, elite athlete, cancer survivor, and someone whose story goes far beyond sports. Please welcome Niels Hintermann.
Thank you very much for having me. Pleasure.
So Modu is back too today. He finished his training camp for golf. So I guess you're ready for your challenge later this summer, because I don't know if you know, but he challenged me for match play in golf. So that's gonna be someone in summer.
So if you need someone who does a little bit more noise or anything, just like be a little bit of a disruptor, just call me. So
I know how to get in his head, so I think I'll be okay.
That's gonna be tough. No, so we start where we always start, with golf. So first we had the PGA Championship last week, was it? Last weekend, yeah. I sadly wasn't able to watch it, but I think you two guys had some time to watch it, right?
Yeah. I didn't either.
You didn't either?
No.
So Niels is gonna...
No,
Niels
mainly just watched the final round on Sunday.
Okay.
And as always, it's amazing to watch. I think golf has a different dimension if you watch those guys play. And especially what Ray did at the end.
Yeah.
And the young German one, Schmid, was impressive.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I saw the scores. Yeah, Ray run away at some point, but at like somewhere in between the final round, it was pretty close to who's gonna win. Huh?
Yeah, I think it was. There were 4 or 5 within 2 shots or so.
Yeah, yeah.
And the back nine for Ray was just took off and never looked back.
That's great. So how did golf enter your life?
To be honest, after the first lockdown of COVID in 2020, we went all out for dinner on the first night, which I was allowed. And then someone said, "Yeah, he's going on the range tomorrow." Blah blah blah. And then, why not? I'm coming also, joining them. And then one thing went quite well, and lead it to the next part, and then it was just fun.
Perfect. Well, I have a story where it hasn't always been fun.
No, I'm a little bit of a nut job when it comes to golf. But
gonna come back to that a little later. But yeah, so kind of like playing golf since like 5-6 years now then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I did my license, everything, with 10 or something around. We did just for an entire summer. We did a different sport.
Okay, yeah.
And once was golf, so at least I had my license to play.
All right.
But didn't have any membership, but I just could reactivate it with Migros or ASG.
Yeah.
So that was quite simple, and afterwards, just went to courses and just played golf.
Oh, perfect. So, what is your handicap now, and how competitive are you out there?
Handicap right now is, I think, 39, something around that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Competitive, really. I hate to lose. Losing quite a lot when it comes to golf. Most of the time balls, but yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, because I think Dave told me the story with your driver flying quite far away.
Just very, very slippery on that day. It was raining. It was just...
Yeah, he said it was a wet, like a nice morning, but the grass was still quite wet. And so he hit his driver
further than the ball.
Well, the ball went into the forest on the left, as I was told. And then he just said he just saw the driver fly like 20, 30 meters into the high grass. And he was like, I'm not going in there to look for that ball because the grass is completely wet. So then, Niels, I think you went in there and found it again. Right?
Yeah, for sure. But it was everyone helped at some point.
Okay.
Because the grass was really quite high. It was a really nice day, but quite cold and really wet, everything.
Yeah.
So like our pants were up here, just completely
Well,
soaked.
so it took a while till you found it.
I have had 2 or 3, 4 minutes or so,
Okay.
but yeah, that just started to help, and then I stepped on it, but everyone was just wet afterwards. So attitude was was on a low point there.
That's good. That's a good story. Did you throw a club ever?
Never. Like to hold on to my things, you know. Yeah, I try to take good care of my equipment. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, I've never thrown or broken anything that I know of.
Broken, no, also not, but just
Just so you
once
know,
or twice.
if you throw it like a helicopter. Then it's not gonna break. Because if you throw it like this and it's going like sideways,
Hmm.
it can easily break the shaft.
Oh,
It happened to me once in Egypt. It was stupid. So I threw it just, I was in the finish and I just threw it like this and then it landed on the head and the shaft
just
just snapped in the middle.
Really?
It went like slow motion in the air and it's like bash. Yeah, that was not my best moment
No.
either on the golf course. So
but also when you're that frustrated that a club goes flying,
yeah.
so doing like a helicopter spin is not that hard, because when like really get into it and then just let it go, then it's
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, but back to you, is standing over a 2-meter putt versus standing in a downhill start gate. Is there any overlap or?
one thing I'm quite good at and one thing I'm not. No, it's really hard. I mean, I can't compare it quite well to golf,
Mhm.
just because I'm not like a competitor in golf. It's just a fun hobby.
Yeah.
And the other one was profession. So I think that's a little bit the different part, which is hard for me to find correlations between those. But at the end, it comes always to the same. It's focus and the will to take the next gate, or to push out the start, or to make that putt.
What does golf give you that skiing can't?
I think it's really cool just to keep focus, to let go also. Like if you have a really busy day or whatever, then you're coming to the golf course. I like to go and play like 9 holes in the evening or so.
Yeah.
Then you have just a really hard day, and then you're going to the tee box. I'm never going for warm up, so
Yeah.
directly first tee box.
Okay.
And then you're there, and like first hole, yeah, head is anywhere,
Yeah.
and late is on the second or third hole, like you look really in it, and nothing else matters anymore.
Yeah.
So that's it's really calming as well.
All right. Yeah. So like a little bit of meditation.
Yeah,
that I
exactly.
did too.
Yeah,
Because
just you against yourself
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, you kind of have enough to focus on the golf course, so the rest is just out of your head, pretty much. Yeah, cool. So that's about golf, but like we heard, you are a pretty good skier. So how did skiing enter your life, and what kind of kid were you growing up?
Skiing came into my life because of my parents, obviously.
Yeah.
Both of them have been skier. My mother until like European Cup level.
All
My
right.
father not even that far, but he was a coach at one point as well.
Yeah.
And then we did the first race, I think around 4 or 5-ish. Went really, really bad, then started to train, and one thing led to the other. But it was always about the passion for the sport, being out there and just enjoy it as well. At the beginning was just like movement therapy, not like proper doing gates or doing
Yeah.
runs or whatever. Is learning to ski.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's and learning to ski is, for me, or in my opinion, not doing X runs on a day. It's going out, going off piste, going into park, doing whatever you want. That's about. Or for example, or as a comparison, when you just go out there and you take one club,
Yeah.
for example, a 5-iron, and you have to do everything with that club.
Mhm.
Then you learn how to golf, to move the ball, to manipulate the shaft and everything.
Yeah.
And that was skiing for me also until it got a profession.
All
It
right.
was just like, how do you have to do your setup? How you have to be on the skis? Which position you need to have for certain parts or certain snow conditions, and so on and so on.
So yeah, that's actually a good comparison to golf, because a lot of like you're on the range and then you just hit like one shot after the other, but that's not how golf is played at the end of the day. Yeah, that's so that's pretty cool. So you did a lot of like just free skiing, not in the gates when you were younger, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So and then at 15 you left for the ski academy.
With 10.
With 10? Oh, with 10, not even.
With 10 to Austria.
All right.
To Vorarlberg, and been 4 years there. Then I went 1 year to Skigymnasium Stams.
Yeah.
But it was not really for me. Afterwards, I changed to Engelberg.
Okay.
And then did the rest in Engelberg. Yeah.
So why did you make that? Like, did you make that sacrifice? Was it always your dream to become a professional ski racer?
It was like my brother tried the entry test for the first school.
Yeah.
But he failed. My brother's 4 years older than myself.
Okay.
And then you just want to go after your big brother, obviously, and take his steps and go on and go forward. And then 4 years later, I did the entry test there, and I passed it. So then let's go.
And then like a couple. When was that, like year-wise, when you finished school in Engelberg?
2017, I think.
So right when your big moment came on in the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. It was just afterwards. I did. In this year, I had like the final exams, everything.
Yeah.
In summer, but was this year. Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty cool too, because I remember, I think I saw it on TV at home. Was it you started with the number 51? Is that correct?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't know what bib I had. I just know the weather was quite bad.
Yeah.
Harsh conditions on that day. And it was so bad that they switched. It was a combined race.
Yeah.
So slalom, downhill slalom.
Yeah.
But they switched the order.
Okay.
So they can have more time to prep the downhill.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the slalom first.
Okay.
And Steven Nyman, maybe it's you know him again.
Rings
also.
a bell,
Yeah, exactly. We were like standing at the start in the warm-up area. It was quite a long break for course prep.
Yeah.
And also for that, I was at the start area way too early to talk to him and blah blah blah. And then I went, hey, let's do a beer bet. Who's better at slalom? And then I said, okay, good. Hadn't paid up.
Oh, he hasn't paid it
to
yet.
that day yet.
No. So Steven, pay up. But you won it, I guess.
Yeah, I won it.
You were quicker in the slalom and quicker at the end.
Yeah, I think he was that bad in the slalom. I think he didn't even take the downhill.
All right. Yeah, but for you, it took a different turn, right? You won it.
Yeah.
And what goes through your head in that moment?
I was just overwhelmed from A to Z, and I was just like I was everywhere with my head. Like headspace was whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember, like, for the entire day have barely any memories. Just not because I got wasted by far. No, we had a day. We had a different race on the next day, which got sadly cancelled.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just everything was so overwhelming and so much. I was just like being a muppet and just being put here and there and there. And then at one point they told me, hey, go up to your room and go to bed, and no one will come up and just relax now.
So you had to give a lot of interviews and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the interviews and fans and everything was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Was there a moment when you? I mean, of course, this was probably the moment you realized, okay, I belong here.
To be honest, no, it was
No?
no. I know it was really lucky by the conditions I had at my downhill race there in the combined. Weather turned so bad that they hadn't had any chance anymore.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It was Justin Murisi, I think, was on podium after slalom, or at least the podium's course, and he was 3 point somewhat seconds in front of me.
Yeah.
I think he was the exact amount behind me after
yeah?
down. They had no chance
All
anymore.
right.
Gale Janko lost like 5 seconds or 4 seconds on me on a downhill, which was, I don't know, a minute 10, because the start got lowered by a lot.
Yeah.
There was the last or the lowest possible start they could have done.
Okay.
So we started more or less directly into Alpweg from Brücklies.
All right.
So it was nothing there anymore.
Yeah.
Brücklies, you could have stayed tucked in
Yeah.
throughout the entire turn. So it was
right.
it was so slow.
So it wasn't really a tough turn.
No,
which
no,
it's normally.
no, and that's why I knew for me, it's not like I'm belonging here or anything.
Yeah.
It was nice, obviously, but I knew, hey, it's not.
When
Life it starts now.
Yeah. When was that moment for you then, when you thought, okay, I think I belong here?
I think the first time I've got on the World Cup starting list into top 30. I think that's like one of the biggest milestones when you're doing World Cup. I think that the one of the most, or the first most important milestone is getting into that top 30 ranking. Then you are properly there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's more or less your spot. You don't have to do any qualifications within the team. So yeah, I think that's like when you're there, then it's like the first moment of you're belonging here.
So people think downhill skiing is physical, which it obviously is, but how mental is it really?
I mean, there are. I think especially last 2, 3, 4 years got by far way better.
Yeah.
In terms of slope prep and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We had years, for example, in
Kitzbühel, right?
Yeah, in Kitzbühel, exactly, where Max Franz, for example, broke his foot without crashing, just because it was so bumpy and so icy.
Oh yeah.
Just from after Mauserfall and this big right footer, it was so bumpy and it just hit a bump and it just broke his foot.
Broke his foot.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
No way.
Within the ski boot, no crash, nothing, just skiing.
Yeah.
And there were points or certain races which it got completely out of hand by the LOCs.
Yeah.
But then it started to change and it got way better.
Yeah.
But it's not, obviously it's mental, but you're doing your entire life, you're skiing, and it's not like you're skiing and you just got put on the start from Kitzbühel, for example.
Yeah.
It's like learning by doing and step by step.
Yeah.
So you can always a little bit climate for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, it was not. Yes, you have to take risks, but where you don't have to take risks.
Yeah.
It just looks a little bit different.
Okay. So, but did he finish the race?
No, obviously not.
No.
No.
I mean,
No, it was he tried to ski down, but I think couldn't even handle it anymore because our boots are so small.
Yeah.
Around 2 to 3 sizes smaller than my normal regular size would be.
And how do you get the foot in there?
Just like by working on it
Alright.
in the summer.
Yeah.
Like everything, like crawling it out and everything. But it's 2 to 3 numbers smaller the ski boot or race boot
Yeah.
than your regular size.
Why is that?
A smaller, then you have a smaller point of pressure,
Okay.
and throughout that you can push more harshly, more directly,
Yeah.
and it making the turn quicker when you have a smaller point of pressure than you have a longer point.
All right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Madhu, next time skiing, get the smallest pair of boots you can get.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not going to be a foot model in anytime
I don't
soon.
think so.
But yeah, and I mean, I knew that you have small boots, but I didn't know it's actually that small. Yeah, it's crazy. And another thing, like, what do you think separates the best in downhill skiing from the rest?
I think, for example, Marco Odermatt and Franja for sure, those two just push the boundaries of our sport so far on. Like 10 years ago, more or less, it was still okay to having here or there a short drift.
Yeah.
And Odi just teached us all that you can do every turn on just full gas
All
and
right.
nothing else anymore.
Yeah.
So the weakest part in our sport is our body at the moment.
Yeah.
Equipment is so good.
Yeah.
And it's just the bodies are going to break at some point.
Oh, do you think so? It's just because everything else is so good.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to do a good preparation during summers that the body is.
Yeah, obviously, but there will be some points where they're taking so much risk. It's not gonna hold up anymore.
Okay. Terrifying.
It's up to them. Everyone is his own boss and knows what they can do and what they can handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it takes a lot to break a ski, especially without a crash.
I
So-
see, yeah.
Yeah, the bodies will be the part which has to give up.
Have you ever had any bad injuries?
Oh, a lot.
Or what was like your worst injury?
I mean, I was lucky. I had only like more or less broken bones, no ligaments, no back, nothing. But my shoulder was quite complicated because there was some nerve damage involved as well. My wrist was completely destroyed, like smashed into pieces. Where I think 25 screws and 2 plates in it. Was almost a 5-hour operation. But I had a lot of injuries, but nothing like really, really serious. So I was, in that term, was quite lucky because a bone more or less gets back to normal. Even it's getting even better because of all the calcium and everything. A broken bone when it's together again is stronger than before. But yeah, I never had like ACL problems or torn up or anything. Also, no head injuries. So in that term, I'm quite lucky.
So after you would get an injury like that, did you ever have like a sense of fear going back into a race?
No, never. No, never. Even that year was not the reason I did end my career was not that I was fearful or anything. I'm scared. It didn't make sense anymore for me. For me, it was, now it's time to go.
I feel like if you're going that fast and you get hurt a lot.
No, it's not. I think you always have to have a lot of respect for the mountain, respect for the course, respect for possible dangers. But when you're fearful at the start or you're scared, that's not an option you can take, because then you're getting passive, you're a little bit behind, and then it starts to get dangerous even more.
So everybody thinks Kitzbühel is really like the toughest, like, or a lot of guys think it's like the hardest or tough. But you told me when we play golf together that it's actually quite nice to race.
Kids is by far my favorite race.
Oh, yeah?
After that. I think
Yeah.
that will be the only weekend which I get a little bit emotional and maybe miss skiing next
Okay.
year, because Kids is just, for me, it's it's I'm not for the myth and everything behind, but for me it's just the epiphany of downhill sport.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, because
everything else is, it's done perfectly.
yeah, because I remember I've been there with my parents once in summer when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, and I mean we stood in at the time I was skiing myself, and I mean I stood at the starting gate, and you actually walk just like, in S curves just down,
Yeah,
and then you come to the Mausefall, and then it's literally just like 90 degrees down pretty much. It feels like it when you're standing there.
that's why you're flying it down.
Yeah,
That's
all right, fair
most
enough.
of the time easier than
Yeah, but which race would you say is the toughest?
For me, it's Bormio.
Bormio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you take Kids, for example, you have 35 second ish, where you're in full race mode just at the start.
Yeah.
You're in full power. You're not tired, nothing. And then in between are a lot of nice turns, a lot of gliding as well.
Okay.
A few nice jumps, a few parts which get steep, but you don't doing any turns. That's just very important to stay tucked in there.
Yeah.
And then you have around 20 seconds rock and roll at the bottom again.
Mm-hmm.
For example, just like the turn to Hausbergkante,
Yeah.
and then just the entry of the traverse, and then the traverse itself, you just have to hold the line.
Okay.
You can prepare it
Yeah.
quite well, especially like nowadays how the course is set. I think the first time was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And then it's just the exit of traverse and just like the final
The Zielschuss.
straight line. Yeah, exactly. Where just you have to be really right. You have to be really focused. It's quite a tough compression at the bottom.
Yeah.
But anything else is like really, really fun. Even the
Okay.
start, everything is fun. You just have to always
Yeah.
remember when the guy in front of you starts in Kids,
Mm-hmm.
count to 5 or 10 and then move to the gate.
Okay.
Because you don't want to see the guy in front of you doing the first left footer, right footer, and then flying into Nirvana. So that was always my mentor, was always waiting 5 seconds behind. And Bormio is just start to bottom, not one single second where you can relax and breathe.
Okay.
It's extremely dark, it's extremely bumpy, it's throughout the entire track is really fast as well.
Yeah.
And it making also really steep and making it a lot of turns.
Mm-hmm.
So Bormio for me, I mean, I did like it,
Yeah.
but Bormio for me is for sure the hardest track to race on, and the most exhausting one as well.
I believe it. I mean, Wengen is probably quite
I mean, Wengen is
too.
for the duration, for the length of the course, obviously, but it's a different. It's different. Different type of tiredness in the finish than in Bormio.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Is elite sport more about handling pressure or handling yourself?
I think it's a mix. I think when you're I think it doesn't matter which sport it is. When you're on a certain level in the top league, then everyone is really good at what they're doing, and then the big part, in my opinion, is why someone even more successful than other ones is just head.
Yeah.
So when I'm coming back to your question, I think it's a mixture between handling yourself and handling pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good answer. So, and then we come to a little, well, like you said, I would say a bit harder part of your life, let's say, because in October 2024, training camp, you got so what was it, a physiotherapist who noticed something
Exactly.
in your lymph nodes?
Yeah.
Take us back. Like, what was that moment like?
So it was like nothing special at first. We went to Chile for our training camp for 3 weeks. Like on the second or third day, I went to the physio. Just like after flight, I'm always having a little bit problems with my neck.
Yeah.
Just like to open up all the muscles, everything, crack maybe the spine. Then he was just working on it, and then he was just like figuring out here, and then hey, for him that's a little bit odd. Nothing to worry about, but just when we're back home, just go to the hospital quickly and check it out, just so we know that nothing serious is.
Yeah.
And then I stayed there, did the entire 3 weeks of training, hadn't had any symptoms, nothing. Came back home on Wednesday. Thursday morning, around I think 7, I was at the first doctor's appointment. And then one thing led to another. It was 2 days full of tests and everything. And the week after, Tuesday, our head of med called and said, "Hey, we have to talk. Do you have 5 minutes?" And then I was diagnosed with lymph node cancer, which at that point was quite surreal. But with a type which is, first of all, not that bad. I mean, it was the next 2 to 3 months got a little bit tough, or tougher than usual.
Yeah.
But at the end, it will come good and everything will be fine. So, and when you're then doing chemo and everything, when you're seeing people on that oncology station, then my problems weren't problems anymore.
Okay. So was there fear at any point, or?
No, it wasn't fear. It was just the unknown. It was, I hadn't have any points with cancer whatsoever. I don't know anyone. No one in the family luckily has it. So I didn't know anything about it. It was just what Hollywood wanted us to believe what cancer is.
Yeah.
So I was scared, yes, but also just was uncertain. I didn't know what to feel, to be honest. Called my mental coach, my hypnotist. They just moved around their entire agendas for the next 4 months, starting on just the day after the diagnosis.
Yeah.
And then we just started to work. And I think that was a big part for me. I was 24 hours. I was quite down and I didn't know what to do. And after that, it got, so fuck it. I mean, we can't change anything anyway. So look forward and move forward and move through.
Yeah. And was it always the goal to go back to skiing? Yeah.
I promised myself it's not an injury, not a disease, which determines how long I'm skiing and how I'm skiing. So it was, for me, it was clear I'm coming back next season.
All right. Right. And did you ever feel disconnected from the athlete's version of yourself during that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to, I got invited to Val Gardena in December. It was just, I think, 2 days after my last chemo, in between chemo and radiation. Even there, I watched them. I was like, okay, good, but still, I had more connection to it than on a later stage.
Yeah.
Then I went to Adelboden.
Yeah.
In January. I had no connection whatsoever.
All
I
right.
felt like, yeah, I'm watching them. Yeah, it looks good. I can't see myself doing that again.
All right.
I don't know what it takes. I don't know what it feels like being in the gates again. And then that was a very important moment for myself, that we knew what to work on, how to get back to working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then started on the bike again, and yeah.
Yeah. So you did coming to a bike. You did actually do 30 minutes on the ergometer between infusions.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Was that you needed to do that, or was it routine?
No, the fitter you are, the better you're handling the chemo.
Okay.
And I mean, you can't call it training as an athlete. What I did in this time was just movement, move the body, not getting too rusty too quickly. And then throughout the first cycle, the first 2 infusions, I went on the bike between 45 minutes and 90 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
at least like every second day, and doing one day a little bit in the gym. At first it was great, and then like the medication and everything started to hit afterwards. After I think 2.5, 3 weeks was done.
Yeah.
And there were moments I didn't have the power to get up from the bed, just walking 10 meters to the couch.
Oh shit.
So I couldn't one going up one flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I needed to take an elevator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was out of breath. I was completely done. It was like body was rolled up like a mayonnaise tube, and just everything went out.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to start in January. Then I thought, now throughout Christmas, everything is done, radiation is done. Now I can directly start training again.
Yeah.
Did it for 2 days. Then I recognized, fuck my body, I'm so tired.
Mm-hmm.
I can't focus. I can't keep focus. I need to have a break right now.
Yeah.
Talk to the coaches, and then, hey, just like do 4 weeks off and just do whatever you want. Clear your head. You've well deserved it, and just calm down. The body needs like to regenerate. Even there is nothing to regenerate. Just getting all the medication out of the system, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of January, I started on the bike. I couldn't do 30 minutes by 100 watts without a break.
Okay.
I didn't even stay in my BPM zones.
Yeah.
Normally I'm doing between 107 and 190 watts for 3-4 hours
Oh yeah.
in average.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Just in my
you
normal...
couldn't do it for 30 minutes.
I couldn't do it 100 watts for 30 minutes. So just having a little picture on where I was in January.
Yeah.
Then in April, I went with the team on skis in St. Moritz for training again, which was really, really important for me.
Yeah.
Just to feel a little bit speed. I was not doing timed laps or anything. It was just like feeling it, having fun again.
Get in there and
exactly. And you know why you're doing it throughout the entire summer. That was really, really important for me.
Yeah.
And then in December, first race again. And all the data from all the testing and everything, I wasn't far off my good years.
Also, you had a really, really strong...
It was a tough summer, but
Yeah.
It was a cool summer as well.
Cool, yeah. We're going to come back to the comeback in just a minute, but I want to have one more question. What did cancer teach you that elite sport never could?
I think being grateful and thankful in a different manner.
Yeah.
That nothing is just for granted, and at some point it's also good to be yourself and enjoy the life as well.
So then, like you said, you had the comeback in December.
Yeah.
What was that? Beaver Creek, right?
Exactly.
How did that feel?
I've never been one who likes to go early.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have some infos from the coach and
The
everything.
number you mean from the
Exactly,
starting
yeah.
order? Yes, yeah.
Was quite a special week. Even first training, everything, and then on race day I got drawn bib number 1. So like camera was on this in the starting area while we were doing warm up and everything. I think for 15 minutes straight into my face like that. And I was like, I'm so nervous. I'm almost shivering. It was like our physio then came. Do you want something to drink? Do you want to have a bar or anything to eat? I was like, go away. So no, it was really nice. Was a little bit when I finished, I was like, why can't it just go on? It took me so long inside the race to get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I started and everything felt rusty and not free and not easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then so in the mid steep part in Beaver, it started like to get to it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel now I can begin to play with the skis, to play with position on the ski and everything, with tucking in everything. Then it started to feel like really, really nice.
Okay. So kind of like when you start a round of golf.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just play shit for 16 holes, like let's say 15 holes, and then you say, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then you just start swinging it, and then it goes smooth, and you just kind of want to keep playing.
Exactly like
Yeah.
that.
Awesome. Yeah, and then you actually had like a top 7 finish in Val Gardena and a top 6 finish at your favorite race in
Exactly,
Kitzbühel,
yeah,
right?
in Kitz.
That was so that must have felt pretty good too.
Yes and no. I mean, Val Gardena, yes, did feel amazing. Kitz did also feel good, but that was also the race where I know I'm not sure for how much more or
Okay.
how much longer I will do this sport, because I was really euphoric in the first moment. I was happy, I was proud of myself as well.
Yeah.
But as soon as I walked out of the finish area, like the euphoria and everything was quite easily gone.
Okay.
And then it was like, it's not the sport racing is not giving me that again what it gave me before the therapy and diagnosis and everything.
All right.
But then from then on, it started to get a little bit tougher mental.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was I needed to decide something and needed to make a decision, and the decision making this entire process, which just my wife and myself was involved. My parents didn't even know anything about. My brother didn't know anything about.
Okay.
No coach, no one. I was just myself and my wife, and this entire process, this was hard. And then in Courchevel this year,
When was that?
last race,
All right.
which I didn't race anymore.
Yeah.
Just when I went public, then I'm going to retire
Was
from.
that March, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got up in the morning, opened up the curtain. It was I think one of the most beautiful race days we had that season.
Yeah.
I was like, the only thing I can really imagine right now is going out, having fun with my family, with my friends, just going skiing.
Yeah.
Like the passion for skiing is still extremely high.
Yeah.
I even bought myself a year ticket now for a region now
Cool.
in Graubünden.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really, even now I'm looking forward to go skiing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that passion for skiing, what the start for me for skiing was about.
Yeah.
Like just go out and ski.
Yeah.
This is still existing.
All right.
And as high as probably never before.
Oh, cool.
But the passion for the race sport itself is not here anymore.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to say, so it's kind of like a circle that closes, because you said when you started racing, you just you used to go a lot of free skiing,
exactly.
And now you're actually going back to
Yeah.
that. But it was the moment in Kitzbühel you kind of realized it's I don't know if I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had the announcement in March too, right? Where you said, let me see, I'm done with skiing. I'm no longer prepared to risk my life the way I should.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Is that the way you said it, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And I mean, how did like? Was that kind of coming from cancer a little bit too?
No,
Or
it didn't
was it
have
just-
it didn't come because of the cancer, and it was just I wasn't. It didn't feel right anymore
Yeah.
doing this.
Mhm.
Obviously, I got a second life with that diagnosis, or with the finishing of the therapy and everything. Yes, I'm healthy, all good. Um, Obviously, I'm looking on certain parts of my life differently than
Mhm.
before, and that's okay. That's good. But I'm just, for me, it was a really nice time. I enjoyed it. I'm extremely thankful that I have could experience what I've experienced in my life.
Yep.
There were so many cool people, cool races, cool moments, which I will probably tell forever in my life. But it's also, and I mean, every athlete knows a day is coming where you're not an athlete anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So time is ending anyhow. And for me, myself, was always really important. It must be on my terms.
Mhm.
I don't want to have to quit racing or quit the race sport because of an injury or an illness or whatsoever.
Yeah.
So for me, everything came together and was so at peace with myself. Yeah, never looked back once yet,
All right.
and I have never regretted my decision yet.
So, but what would be one race you will remember? Like, if you have to pick one out of.
Podium in Kitzbühel, having that gums at home.
All right.
That's
That's pretty cool.
that's putting still quite a big smile on my
Yeah.
face every time I'm getting up the stairs.
So you see it every day.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So because you started during your career the athletes network.
Yep.
And now you're kind of like your own case yourself, or
Exactly, and that's a really fun process as well. Fun because it's nice to see what it is being in that situation.
Yeah.
Doing all the Standortbestimmung and with Dave and everything.
Yeah.
So really good for myself, really interesting, really exciting moment, but also really good for the firm. So I can then afterwards tell them maybe in a year, hey, was really good. That maybe didn't help me that much, and them hearing it from an insider and not an athlete who just needed to do that.
I mean, for everybody who doesn't know, Athletes Network is like connect for athletes or retired athletes. They kind of offer like that, so they look that you get into the
Like
working world.
Easy said it was. It's a fancy headhunter firm for former or still active athletes.
Yeah, exactly. And what do you think is the biggest misconception that the business world has about elite athletes?
That we are millionaires and doing what we want, and it's not that simple.
Yeah.
I've got a question asked this year. Last year. We always have to do some sponsoring days for the NSA and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had a ski day, I think with Audi it was, or Baker, I don't know, I don't remember. I got asked a question from a guest of them, what I'm doing throughout the entire summer now. And I was, how do you mean that? Are you going for 2, 3, 4, 5 months to the beach somewhere, because winter and racing starts then soonest in October again. So like the misconception that we are doing nothing throughout the summer and everything. I think that's being a professional athlete is a really nice life.
Yeah.
Completely something different, but it's also a really, really hard life and a lot to do.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I know. Yeah, but it's yeah, you're right. I mean, like you said, I also like everybody thinks you're just making millions, right? And then once you're done, you're just like, yeah, it's gonna invest some money and then I'm gonna enjoy life. Yeah. I mean, there's a few athletes who can do that for sure, but
but it's not mainstream.
yeah. So who's Niels without ski racing?
I think it's a little bit early to give you a proper answer, to be honest.
All right.
Still finding myself, having a few ideas, or at least knowing which industry I'm start to get into now.
Yeah.
Probably or for sure it will be real estate.
Okay.
But nothing like really defined on what exactly. That's
So
to be discussed
yeah.
later.
So you probably can't say 5 years from now where you would like to see yourself or how life would look like.
Not yet. I
Okay.
think at the end of summer I can answer that
All
question.
right, maybe you come back then.
But no, as of now, it's just a little bit early to giving you a proper answer, which is not just like some empty words.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, good. So we come into the stingers.
So, the first question is, who is your favorite golfer right now, and what's your favorite swing? Who has your favorite swing?
Favorite golfer and nicest swing for my Rory.
Okay, that's yeah.
Big fan of him.
And what's your favorite club?
I'm my 5-wood.
5-wood.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
first where I'm hearing of somebody saying 5-wood.
I think it's the only club I can be like really creative with. Can hit draws, I can hit fades. I also like to chip with it sometimes.
Yeah.
I can do really stupid things with that club. That's really fun.
All right. So, what's the worst advice that you've ever received from somebody?
It can be in terms of golf, but
Go for it.
Well, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think that's some good advice. Just depends on the situation, I guess. Right.
Yeah, but if you're having like a 200-meter water to clear, it's probably not the smartest idea.
That's true. Yeah.
The probability that the ball ending up in the water for me is, yeah. So that's probably in my capabilities in golf it's not always the smartest idea to go for it. Maybe for
Fair.
Zeno is a little bit different.
I've seen Zeno go for it one time, and it was
it was
crazy.
impressive.
Like 230 meters over water, and then he made an eagle. It was like, oh, come on.
You know? I had the honor to play golf with him. I think 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah.
And was a really bad day, like proper rain, and I was just not really nice. And he was whining about his golf game quite a lot. He played, I think, 2 or 3 under. I've lost more balls in 2 holes than what he played under on 18 holes. So, so whining on a different level.
My next question would be, what is your most clutch shot that you've hit that you can remember?
My both 2 eagles. One on a par 4, hole 18 in Schloss Goldenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Just pitching wedge 127 meters, boom, directly in.
Oh,
never moved.
Nice.
And the other one was in up Sweden, where is quite an interesting par 5, short par 5, but an interesting one because like the fairway went around a little forest to the green, but you can lay up here. Wasn't far. It was like two times maybe tee up, but the tee shot was 220 meters, and then it was a 6 iron 180 meters, but you can also go, because the green was a little island, or at least half island, so you can just go on the right side of the trees and just hit throughout the water, and it just went like that straight. It was quite fun to watch for once, for a shot of myself. And then hit it up there 170, 80 meters and just dropped 2 meters at a stick. Boom.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Surely a good memory to
Yeah.
to have. Yeah. My next question will be: what is your dream foursome? Like who you would play with? Anybody, it could be dead or alive.
Huh. For sure, Rory.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger, and then like John Daly.
Okay.
That's
I think
Just
that
for
would be
vibes,
that would
like,
be like a really, really fun round of golf to witness.
lot of drinks for sure too.
Yeah, a lot of drinks, a lot of I think bullshit talking as well.
yeah.
So I think that would be quite a fun round.
Yeah, I could see that being a good
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
Especially with you as the fourth guy.
I can maybe play caddy and polish their clubs.
No, you gotta play. You gotta play. Yeah, cool. So we have a couple wrap-up questions, which is, what's the biggest lesson sport taught you about life?
Doesn't matter what problem you're gonna be hit with, there's always a solution for it. You can always get up.
Love it, yeah. One thing listeners should remember from tonight.
I don't know. Maybe. Tell me.
That you're just a cool, funny guy. I mean, yeah. And looking back, would 18-year-old Niels be proud?
I think yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good. So now we have a good question from our last guest, which was Fabienne. I think you know her too.
Yeah.
So she asked, what is your favorite defeat or failure in your life and why? And she was pointing on the why. Like, it's very important for her to hear the why.
My biggest defeat.
Like, what's your favorite defeat or failure in your life? Like,
Oh, that's a really tough one. Yeah, I think there's not one part of it. I think it's the learning out of defeat, what defeat stands for. I think defeat and failure is always so negatively presented that I start to have a problem with that. I think when you're in every aspect only being successful, you're not learning anything.
mm-hmm.
So every defeat, every failure, every mistake, every bad step, I think should be and can be an opportunity to learn and to raise out of it. But I don't have like an example for it, or just one event which was my biggest defeat or biggest failure.
No, it doesn't mean biggest, just
Yeah.
your favorite. But
Yeah,
no, that's
not,
fine.
Not sure yet.
I think Fabian is fine with it. Otherwise, she can call you and
maybe, yeah.
No, I guess it's a good answer. Yeah, I like it. So, and what would be your question for our next guest?
When you look back on yourself and seeing you as a 5 and a 10-year-old boy or girl, doesn't matter, seeing yourself now, are you on a path you're proud of yourself, or what does need, or what change does it need that you can proudly say that you're being you as a 10-year-old can be proud of you?
Good question.
Yeah.
I like it. Perfect. So, do we have any questions from the audience for Niels? No?
I have a question.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You talked about Marco and Franjo defining the sport and pushing the boundaries and everything. Why do you think, or you're also saying the body will break at some point. Why do you think they still do it and they keep pushing the boundaries even though, I'm sure you talk to them about it and tell them like, you guys are crazy.
I think it's just evolution. I mean, look how your father raced before in his times, and just how big the sport gets, and it's the entire equipment got better, everything got better, and it's just moving on with new possibilities with that equipment. I think it's not like pushing boundaries, it's just redefining a new technique in skiing which get just established right now.
You happy with that? Good.
I have one.
Yeah.
You said just in the beginning that you didn't like stones, you changed to Engelberg. What was the reason you didn't feel well in stones?
Mostly just of the vibe there. There were in that time were like guys like Georg Schlierenzauer and so on there, and those are not good, very enjoyable people. Let's state it like that, or at least at that time. And I just didn't feel comfortable there. It was such a big school. I think I went around 150, 180 students there. I was just huge, and it wasn't. I mean, I was 14 when I finished Schrunz and went to Stams, and it just wasn't family alike enough.
All right.
I don't have a question, but I have a lot of respect. When you came back, you were again in the top 10, which for me was a positive surprise, so fast. And then you decided on your own, now it's enough. There is something else besides skiing. I guess you felt that and you didn't want to wait too long. Let's try another season. I decide myself, now it's enough. Respect. You could still ski 1-2 more years with getting good money, but you went your own way. I decide my own destiny. Respect. Not many athletes are able to do that. Not many athletes. Most of them stop too late. Most of them. Respect.
Thank you very much.
Great. So just a quick thank everyone for being here. Thank you, Niels, for being for your honesty and your openness tonight. I want to thank to Brian behind the bar, Andy on the sound, Athletes Network for the camera, and we actually got from them the microphones too this time to try out how that works. So thank you, Niels.
Pleasure.
Video jobs for the editing, Kevin and the entire Hidden Harlekin team, our audience, and of course our partner, the Swiss PGA. I'm Zeno Felder. This is the 19th hole. Take your swing, believe in your next shot, and see you next time here on the Live Talk. And yep, we can thank you, Niels.
Danke vielmals.
And now we're gonna have the challenge. You see the golf club back there?
Yeah.
We're gonna set it up quickly for you, and then we'll see how you do.
Perfect.
Let's see. Oh, that's a little long. That's not too bad. Ooh, nice. Nice. Well done, Niels. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. and see you next time. Thank you.